What we want to talk about is how to start your online business for under $50. So super cheap. How do you actually get this whole thing of like quote unquote an online business and get that started um, for not spending thousands of dollars into setting it all up and thinking of your business plan. So John, walk us a little bit through like exactly what is an online business and why is that the buzzword today?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you think about it, before we get into online business, what is a business in general, right? It's generally like a storefront where you can find people who are interested in your products and services. You can talk to them, you can convert them from being a walker by into being a customer, and then you can fulfill with them by fixing their problems, helping them out, or doing something that adds value to their life, right? I remember my mom, when I was just a baby boy, she would take me around in the car and she would drive around different neighborhoods and she would walk people's dogs or take care of their animals. She's always been an animal lover her entire life. And eventually that business did well enough that we were able to actually build up a kennel in the backyard of our house. It sounds like super redneck, but it's high quality. And so we were able to have a business at our house where we were able to make money and serve the community. And it was fantastic, but the startup costs were immense. And we're talking thousands upon thousands, literally laying a foundation, concrete, all this, and then having people find you and come to you. So starting a business is so many people's dream, but they think that the mountain to climb is so insurmountable. And when the internet came out and tools like we're going to talk about here today has made it so accessible for anybody to get started. You don't need to be technologically advanced. You don't need a huge budget, but the same thing is true. You can create a foundation. You can create a home for your business online where people can find you. They can talk to you. They can learn about you and your products and services. Hey, stop that. And if you do your job well, you'll be able to create customers and serve clients and all that fun stuff and make some money through the internet. Again, working from your house, but you don't need to have barking dogs in the backyard, which was part of my childhood.
Right. So like the in essence, what is a business is you sell something, right? Either there's two things you can sell, either a good or a service. So you can sell a product or you can do something for somebody. If we think of service work, lawn mowers or lawn caretakers, they actually buy the product. Well, lawn caretakers, people that help us bag the groceries, they're providing us a service, but you're actually buying the groceries. That's the product that you're buying. So as a consumer, you can either buy a product or a service. So what in this online business kind of virtual world that we're living in, give us a couple examples of what is a service and I'll go into the product side if you want to do services.
Absolutely. So we all have value, right? Like this is not just like a pep talk, but we all have something that other people don't have. There you go, Susie. the tiniest little wedding band. So we all have something we can offer other people. So if you don't know what you can offer, think about what is offered out there in other parts of the world, right? So there are people who run entire marketing companies who go and help businesses get more customers, get more sales, get more leads, get more traffic to their local business, to their online business, anywhere. So help people get customers. That's a very popular industry. And how you can do that is through a number of different things. You can post on Facebook to people, for people. You can reply to their comments. You can answer their emails from their customers so they have more time to do what they do best. So many things you can do there.
Like but even assisting, right?
Yeah, like a virtual assistant. Every business is overwhelmed. Susie and I, we're overwhelmed all the time because we have 3 kids and the online business. So having services and having skills and having the time and the bandwidth to take some load off of a business owner, you have no idea how valuable that can be for the right business owner and the right skills. And on the product side, Susie, what are some products you can offer to people as well?
Oh man, guys, the online world is amazing for products. And we all have, okay, you can obviously sell a physical product. You can make arts and crafts. You can sell some awesome t-shirts. You can make really cool mugs and print some stuff on them and then sell that as a physical product. Or even better, you can sell digital products, PDFs, workbooks, ebooks, courses. Any one of those is very high profit margins online. And you put in the work once and you can sell it repeatedly. So our students have done the best with selling small PDF files that we call and refer to lovingly as printables, because people take them and print them out and actually use them. And I don't have any like right around me and I'm tethered. There you go. You have one. There you go. That's a printable that somebody would either download online, or if there's a little bit more to that, they could purchase it. Or an online course. Say, for example, I want to teach my daughter now how to play the piano. I'm not really great at it, but I might invest in an online course that will walk me through it step by step. Yes, there are videos online, there's videos on YouTube and whatnot, but I would rather spend a little bit of money so that I can reach out to the course instructor and get some step by step, nicely organized material. Maybe that comes with a workbook or whatnot. So selling products online is so valuable, just as valuable as selling those services online.
So that's pretty awesome, Susie. But that kind of seems like, is it as valuable as a real business? Some people think of the term real business. Like, what are the actual benefits of an online business versus a brick and mortar shop that's open from 9 to 5 and you know where the address is, and you can go and you can see it and feel it? Like, some people have a hard time, some of my parents, for example, they have a hard time really understanding the online business when compared to like what people are used to seeing as a business.
Yeah. I mean, from my generations too, my grandpa actually, he worked with bulldozers. So he would do construction. Obviously, you can see that work. Then my dad wrote an online program and he was a coder. And then that was a kind of a schism, not a schism, but it was a change from physical labor to computers. And now I went a step further than my dad. Instead of just having this program that I created digital products. So what's the benefit of that? You can reach anybody across the world. They don't pay shipping and handling, which people really like. They get instant access to whatever you're offering them. They can buy it whenever around the clock. They don't have to wait for your store to be open or drive to your store or you're out of stock. It's great for you as the business creator because you can quickly see what people like. And you can adjust your business to, hey, they like this printable or this course, I'm going to create more of that or make that better. Where if you're creating physical products, you're investing all that money into physical products. You have all this inventory. And then when you take it to market, you hope it sells. And if it doesn't, now you have all this stuff.
Yeah. And also on that point, even if it does sell, especially if you're selling information, you're selling a tool or a strategy on how to achieve a certain goal, those strategies can change over time. And if you're selling a physical book, even if it's great at the time of publishing, it's going to get out of date, right? And so you see this in textbooks all the time. Every couple of years, McGraw-Hill will launch the next chemistry book or the next physics book. But you as an online business owner, because you have no cost of goods, you can make the choice on your own. You can actually delight your customers and update their stuff over time so it stays relevant and stays accurate. Some of our students, they really get panicked and they're afraid to hit the publish button in the beginning. And we tell them, it's fine. Hey, you make a typo. I'll show them me making a typo and hitting publish, and then show them how quickly within a few seconds you can hit edit, fix the typo, and update that post. So there's much less barrier to entry, and you don't need as much editing and production value on the first draft. So it can really let you launch quickly and easily.
Right. So what we just covered, you can either, if you have an expert skill, you can start offering that as a service to help other businesses or other people with the needs that they want. Virtual tutoring, virtual teaching right now. I signed my daughter up, or our daughter. It's strange having you on here. It's awesome. For like a Pokemon math class that she took virtually. And that was really
so funny.
Fun.
I love that.
It was her and like all these little boys on a virtual class, and they kept texting me. They're like, "Mom, you can't be in the screen. You can't be in." I'm like, "Hi, I like that Pokemon." Anyway, you can offer services, or you can create, and we highly recommend digital products because it's just easy to iterate and launch. So, what do I actually need, John, to like set up this business where like it sounds awesome? I have some skills. I have some cool ideas for printables. How do I set up this business?
Yeah, absolutely. But before I go into that, there's one other thing that as we were talking through, we made a lot of effort and emphasis on being an expert or something that's very high level. But a lot of people who come through, they say, hey, I want to start an online business, but I don't feel like I'm an expert in anything. And there's a ton of things you can do with that position as well. You can create a membership or a community of people. When I say membership, I don't mean they have to pay you every month to be part of it, but you can create this community of people who are like you, who are going on that same journey, and you can take them along with you. And in doing that, some people don't want to learn from the expert. Like, for example, I'm going to jujitsu tonight, and it's my first time doing like physical combat in a long time. I don't want to be next to an expert, right? I want to be around somebody who's in a similar level as me, a little bit ahead of where I am, and they can take it and make it, more applicable to me and not kick my butt. So if you are in that position in online business, you can start without being the expert. Just don't claim to be an expert if you're not, right? Like be authentic, but there will be so much relatability with that. And then over time, you're going to get better. Your community members will get better, and there will be tons of ways to make a profit from that activity.
Yeah. So going back to wanting to teach our daughter how to play piano, even if there's somebody who's extremely smart, I'm not on that level yet. I need level like 1 and 2 to teach me how do I read music again? Because I know a little bit, but man, I forgot. So I need like the basics. So as long as you're a couple steps ahead of the person you're teaching, you can help them get to that second level.
Yeah. So you asked about what do you actually need to get this thing started? And you'll talk to 50 different gurus and they'll give you 50 different answers, but the bare necessities, like what you actually need to get started and where most people should really start, is by creating a blog. And a blog is just a fancy term for a website where you can constantly put content up there and you can reach out to your audience and you can teach them something, you can give them value, you can relate to them, and you can start to build up a little bit of momentum by sharing your knowledge, sharing your experience, sharing your journey with the people who are like you and want to be with you, right? So having a website is the first thing you really need. And there's a bunch of different ways to create a website, but normally they either come with a really hefty monthly fee or they're extremely complicated. And as we're going to talk about later on in this video, there is a deal right now where you can get started for under $50 and get started for an entire year, which includes your domain name, right? So that's
what's a domain name?
Exactly. That's point number 2, which is startamomblog.com. That actual title, that label, is how people can identify you. It's kind of like your PO box. Like, it's how people can find you in the real world. It's how people can find you in the online world. And people always kind of get mixed up on how that all works together. And so what we're going to talk about later on in this deal, you get that included, as well as your entire website hosting for the first year, which is a pretty fantastic setup there. And then, on top of that, there's a lot of things you can add on. You can get a professional email address. So you're not emailing, from john@gmail.com. You can be emailing from john@startamomblog.com, which has a whole other level of professionalism. It allows you to do great marketing things. So basically, when you boil it down, you need to have a home online. You need your storefront, which is your website. You need to have an address for your website, which is your domain name. And you need to have a way to actually communicate with your people, which is where your email address comes in and your marketing process comes in. Anything I missed on that, Susie?
No, it's awesome. Yeah. You need a website so people can go to someplace. Even if you have great social media platforms, you're viral on TikTok or wherever, that's fantastic. But people need to go somewhere to be able to get on your email list so you can continue to reach out to them. Because in case something happens on social media or your reach gets plummeted, you have that email list where you can still reach your audience. And they can come and see who you are. They can read about you. They can get your products. It's having like that online resume. So even if you're just selling services, that's the place where people are going to check you out, see what other work you've done before, or like your experience in what you're teaching. So having that online website is kind of like the starting point and the little seed that's like, oh, I'm official now. I am launching a little business.
Yeah. So is there any easy way of getting that started? Because that sounds extremely complicated. Is there like a simple guide somewhere, Susie, that shows you how to do this in maybe like an hour or so?
Are you teeing me up? Is that like a soft pitch? Thanks. So guys, we have been doing this and teaching other people to do this for the last 6+ years. We have over 80,000 people in our courses. We have amazing students that have reached fantastic success and are using their businesses full time now. There is a link below, which we thought we were just going to pre-record, but it's live now. There's going to be a link where you guys can sign up and get access to an hour-long workshop that we did that walks you through how to set up your website and how to actually like publish the thing and launch it. So there's so much awesome goodness in this quick 1-hour workshop where it walks you through all the steps, and there's a fantastic deal. So if you want to start this, you can do it for less than you do on a nice lunch.
And the beautiful thing about the workshop is we kept it as simple as possible, because when you first get started on things, you'll find all these cool shiny lights and they'll attract you. And when you're a couple years into this whole world, you try to overcomplicate everything, right? But then over time, as you get more successful, you get a bit more wise about the whole process. And we found out ways to take all the noise out of it and just give you what you need and take away the rest. So that's exactly what it works through that workshop there.
Super duper simple. Like, don't get all the bells and whistles. Just start it, create some awesome content, and get your word out there, because that's what's most important, is actually putting yourself out there. Like, looking perfect. Like, we did not know exactly we're going to do this video right now, but we're here. And I think I look good.
You look great.
Thanks, baby. You too. All right. So I think that's it. That's all I had on my quick little notepad here. Anything else?
No, that's it. Go watch the video. If there's not a link in the description, just hit the refresh button, because there will be one in just a second. And thank you guys for checking us out. If you enjoyed this, if this quick little rapid fire video is helpful, hit the subscribe button, the like button, tell your friends, do all that fun social media stuff. And I hope you enjoyed chatting with us today.
Okay, one last thing. Can we like try to kiss each other through these two screens? Do you see like...
I don't know if we're going to make a habit of that, but there you go, guys.